Hi, my name is Ronielle Smith, owner of Black Coffee Cafe. Black Coffee is my labor of love. It was birthed out of the need for the community to have a space for coffee, culture, and business. It's a place for community leaders and members to come and facilitate change, network, and exchange ideas to help build a stronger, more thriving community. We offer premium coffee from the beautiful continent of Africa, teas, and a light lunch menu. We look forward to welcoming you at Black Coffee Cafe.
Are you searching for a speaker who understands the intersection of faith and recovery? Wayne Shemwell's journey is one of redemption, healing, and unshakable purpose. With a background in addiction and 15 years in recovery and a heart rooted in ministry, Wayne speaks to the soul of every audience. He brings real stories, real struggle, real hope. From trauma recovery to spiritual transformation, his message breaks barriers and builds bridges. Wayne's not just a speaker, he's a vessel of restoration, shaped by experience and driven by a divine calling. Whether it's a recovery conference or a faith-based event, his presence will ignite reflection, compassion, and change. If your event needs more than just motivation, if it needs breakthrough, it needs Wayne Shemwell.
Breakthrough doesn't happen by accident, it happens by decision. Welcome to Breakthrough Nation, the podcast where faith meets mindset, purpose meets action, and ordinary people discover extraordinary strength. This is a space for real conversations, honest growth, and practical wisdom for life, leadership, and transformation. If you're tired of being stuck, if you're ready to grow, heal, and move forward, you're in the right place. This is Breakthrough Nation. Let's begin.
Welcome to Breakthrough Nation. I'm your host, Minister Wayne Shemwell, and as always, I'm grateful you've taken time to join me for another powerful conversation that I believe can truly change your life. Now, let me ask you a question right out of the gate. Who's influencing your life right now? Think about it. Who do you talk to the most? Who speaks into your decisions? Who has access to your heart? Who affects your emotions? Who shapes your mindset? Because whether we realize it or not, the relationships we keep shape the life we live. And today, that's exactly what we're talking about. Relationships, not just dating, not just marriage. I'm talking about friendships, family, business relationships, church relationships, mentors, partnerships, the people you let close enough to influence your peace, purpose, and future. Can I say something real today? Some people are praying for breakthrough while staying connected to people who keep breaking them. Whew, I know that hit somebody already, because the truth is, sometimes what's holding us back isn't lack of talent. It isn't lack of opportunity. It isn't even lack of faith. Sometimes it's the people around us. And hear me clearly, not everybody in your life is assigned to your future. Some people are seasonal. Some people are lessons. Some people are blessings. And if we're honest, some people are distractions. Now, don't get uncomfortable yet. I promise I'm not telling you to cut everybody off. But I am telling you that relationships matter more than most people realize, because the people closest to you will either build your confidence or break your confidence, push you toward purpose or pull you toward dysfunction, help you grow or keep you stuck. And here's the dangerous thing. Sometimes toxic relationships don't start toxic. Sometimes they start comfortable. Sometimes they start exciting. Sometimes they start familiar. But over time, what felt good starts draining you. You stop feeling like yourself. You stop growing. You stop dreaming. You start settling. And suddenly your life starts shrinking because of who you're connected to. Can I tell you something I've learned? Everybody can't go where God is trying to take you. That doesn't mean they're bad people. It just means not everybody is built for your next season. Some relationships fit the old you, but can't handle the healed you. Some relationships fit the addicted version of you, but not the delivered version of you. And if I can be transparent for a moment, one thing I had to learn in my own journey, especially after overcoming addiction and now walking 16 years clean from crack cocaine addiction, was this. I had to become intentional about who I allowed around me, because when you're trying to change your life, environment matters, conversations matter, influence matters, and relationships matter. You can't heal in environments that keep reopening wounds. You can't grow around people committed to staying the same, and you definitely can't walk into purpose while surrounded by people constantly pulling you backward. Somebody watching me right now You already know there's a relationship God has been dealing with you about, a friendship, a situation, a connection, and deep down, you know it's affecting your peace. But today, we're going to have an honest conversation. How do healthy relationships look? What are the red flags? How do you know who belongs in your life? And how do you protect your peace without becoming bitter? Trust me, you're going to want to stay with me for this one. We'll be right back after these messages.
At Eternal LLC Real Estate Services, we believe our character is our reputation. That's why we put people first in everything that we do. We are committed to helping you find a home that is not just a roof over your head, but a sanctuary that you can retreat to after a long day at work. We believe that everyone deserves the chance to achieve their dreams, whether that's buying their first home or starting a business. We're also proud to support our community through charitable initiatives because we believe in ordinary people doing extraordinary things.
Ready to grow stronger in your faith and your life? Welcome to Wayne Shemwell Ministries Digital Library, your one-stop destination for powerful ebooks, life-changing devotionals, and practical tools to help you break through every obstacle. Whether you are overcoming addiction, building your mindset, or deepening your walk with God, the resources you need are just one click away. Visit payhip.com Wayne Shemwell Ministries today and start your breakthrough journey. Wayne Shemwell Ministries, empowering you to live with purpose. On purpose.
Welcome back to Breakthrough Nation. Today, we're talking about something that every person listening has experienced in one way or another: relationships. And before the break, I said something that probably hit a nerve for some people. The relationships you keep shape the life you live. Now let's go deeper, because one of the greatest truths I've learned in life is this: who you're connected to matters. Can I say it plainly? The wrong people can delay your healing. The wrong people can drain your peace. The wrong people can distract your purpose. And the wrong people can make dysfunction feel normal. Have you ever noticed how influence works? Spend enough time around negative people, and suddenly everything irritates you. Spend enough time around people who gossip, and before long negativity feels normal. Spend enough time around people with no vision, and you'll slowly start shrinking your own dreams. Why? Because relationships influence direction. That's why you have to be careful who has access to your life. Everybody cannot speak into your spirit. Everybody cannot shape your decisions. Everybody cannot sit in the front row of your life. Who? That right there will preach. Because some of us have people sitting in VIP seats who should have stayed in general admission. Some people have too much influence over your emotions, too much influence over your confidence, too much influence over your peace. Can I ask you something? When you leave certain people, do you feel stronger, or do you feel drained? Do you feel encouraged, or do you feel discouraged? Do you feel inspired, or do you feel emotionally exhausted? Because healthy relationships should not constantly leave you broken. Now let me be clear. No relationship is perfect. People are human. Friendships have disagreements. Marriages have hard moments. Families have challenges. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about patterns of disrespect, patterns of manipulation, patterns of dishonesty, patterns where somebody constantly takes from you but never pours into you. And let me say this because somebody needs permission to hear it. Loving people does not mean tolerating unhealthy behavior forever. I know that's hard, especially when it's family, especially when it's somebody you've known for years, especially when emotions are involved. But hear me, love without boundaries becomes destruction, and boundaries are not punishment. Boundaries are protection. Sometimes the healthiest thing you can do is love people without letting them control your peace. And let me testify for just a moment. One thing I had to learn in my own recovery journey, especially becoming 16 years clean from crack cocaine addiction, was that some environments and some relationships couldn't come with me into healing. Not because I hated anybody, not because I thought I was better, but because I was trying to survive. I was trying to grow. I was trying to protect the new life God was building in me. And hear me clearly, you cannot become the best version of yourself while constantly surrounding yourself with people committed to the worst version of you. Some people only know the broken you, the hurting you, the struggling you. And when you start healing, they get uncomfortable. Because growth changes relationships, healing changes relationships, purpose changes relationships. And somebody watching right now, you've been feeling guilty for growing. Stop apologizing for healing. Stop apologizing for protecting your peace. Stop apologizing for becoming who God created you to be. When we come back, we're going to talk about red flags, the warning signs people ignore in relationships that end up costing them peace, purpose, and sometimes years of their life. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. We'll be right back after these messages.
I can't believe I've been driving past this every day. River Road Barbecue has been right here all along, serving up some of the most mouth-watering, slow-smoked meats in town. The brisket literally melts in your mouth. And those ribs? Fall off the bone tender with that perfect smoke ring. Everything's made fresh daily with their signature rubs and sauces that'll have you coming back again and again. River Road Barbecue, your new favorite local spot. Also available to cater your event. Come taste what you've been driving past. River Road Barbecue 3017. River Road 502-592-7065. River Road Barbecue, real smoke, real food, real good. Tell them Wayne sent you.
Stop scrolling and wake up. Your morning breakthrough starts right here. Join Minister Wayne Shemwell for Wake Up with the Word, the daily boost your faith has been waiting for. Real word, real encouragement, real power to start your day strong. Weekdays at 8:30 a.m. Eastern. Don't miss your moment. Watch at Wayne Shemwell Facebook page and YouTube channel. Wake up, get filled, and walk in victory.
Welcome back to Breakthrough Nation. Today we're having a real conversation about relationships. And now we need to talk about something people often ignore until it costs them peace, purpose, and sometimes years of their life. Let's talk about red flags. Now hear me. Red flags are not always dramatic. Sometimes they're subtle. Sometimes they whisper before they scream. Sometimes God shows us warning signs, but emotions make us ignore them. Can I be honest today? Some people don't miss the warning signs, they just explain them away. Oh, they didn't mean it. That's just how they are. Nobody's perfect. I can change them. Phew. How many times has that sentence gotten people in trouble? I can change them. Listen to me carefully. You are called to love people. You are not called to fix people. That job belongs to God. Can I give you a few red flags you should never ignore? Here's the first one: constant disrespect. And let me say this clearly, love should never require you to lose your dignity. If somebody constantly belittles you, mocks you, embarrasses you, talks down to you, or tears apart your confidence, that's not healthy. Correction is one thing, disrespect is another. Healthy people don't constantly try to make you feel small. Second red flag, manipulation. Pay attention to people who always make everything your fault, people who twist situations, people who use guilt to control you, people who make you question your own reality. Can I help somebody? Accountability is healthy. Manipulation is toxic. One helps you grow, the other controls you. Third red flag, dishonesty, because trust is the foundation of every healthy relationship. And if somebody lies consistently about little things, big things, important things, you have to ask yourself, what kind of relationship are we really building? Because trust broken repeatedly creates insecurity, and insecurity destroys connection. Fourth red flag, people who drain but never pour. You ever been around somebody where every conversation is about their problems, their drama, their needs, their crisis, but when you need support, suddenly they disappear? Listen, relationships are not meant to be one-sided. Healthy relationships involve reciprocity, mutual care, mutual effort, mutual respect. Now hear me. I'm not saying people won't go through hard seasons, we all do, but if somebody only shows up when they need something, that's not connection, that's convenience. And let me give you one more red flag. People who are uncomfortable with your growth. Oh, this one is important because not everybody celebrates healing. Not everybody celebrates progress. Some people liked you better when you were broken, when your standards were lower, when your boundaries were weaker, when you tolerated things you shouldn't have tolerated. But the moment you start growing, setting boundaries, changing habits, protecting your peace, suddenly they got a problem. Can I tell you something powerful? The right people will clap when you heal. The right people will celebrate your growth. The right people will support your boundaries. The right people won't fear your progress. And I had to learn that in my own life, especially after addiction, especially in becoming 16 years clean from crack cocaine addiction. Because when you start changing, everybody won't understand. Some people only know the version of you that struggled. And when God starts transforming you, the relationship shifts. And sometimes that shift hurts. But hear me, not every painful ending is a bad ending. Sometimes God removes distractions to protect destiny. Sometimes separation creates space for healing, and sometimes peace costs distance. When we come back, I want to shift gears. We're going to talk about what healthy relationships actually look like, because I don't just want to help you avoid the wrong people. I want to help you recognize the right ones. We'll be right back after these messages.
Feeling snacky? Craving flavor with attitude? Meet Tammy's Texas Tornado, where each jar packs savory, Spicy, sassy, from the smooth kick of sassy salsa to the bold punch of screamin' salsa and the mellow heat of sissy salsa, your chips, tacos, and taste buds will never be the same. Head to Tammy'sTexasTornado.com today and grab your jar of Tornado Twisted flavor. Sign up for exclusive deals and spice up your inbox while you're there. Tammy's Texas Tornado. Savory, spicy, sassy. Stir up some flavor today.
Ready to grow stronger in your faith and your life. Welcome to Wayne Shemwell Ministries Digital Library, your one-stop destination for powerful ebooks, life-changing devotionals, and practical tools to help you break through every obstacle. Whether you are overcoming addiction, building your mindset, or deepening your walk with God, the resources you need are just one click away. Visit payhip.com Wayne Shemwell Ministries today and start your breakthrough journey. Wayne Shemwell Ministries, empowering you to live with purpose. On purpose.
Welcome back to Breakthrough Nation. Before the break, we talked about red flags, the warning signs, the things people ignore that end up costing them peace, time, and emotional energy. But now, let's flip the conversation, because I don't just want to help you recognize unhealthy relationships. I want to help you recognize healthy ones. Can I say something honest? A lot of people know dysfunction so well that healthy feels unfamiliar. Sometimes people mistake chaos for passion, drama for love, control for commitment, and inconsistency for excitement. But hear me, healthy relationships bring peace, not confusion. That doesn't mean perfect. It doesn't mean there are never disagreements. It doesn't mean nobody ever gets frustrated. Healthy relationships still require work. But there's a difference between working through problems and constantly surviving dysfunction. So let me give you some signs of healthy relationships. Number one, healthy relationships feel safe, emotionally safe, spiritually safe, mentally safe. You don't feel like you have to walk on eggshells. You're not constantly afraid of being attacked, dismissed, or manipulated. You can communicate honestly. You can express hurt. You can disagree without fear. And hear me, peace is not boring. Peace is healthy. Some people have lived in chaos so long that peace feels strange, but healthy love should not constantly leave you anxious. Number two, healthy relationships involve mutual respect. Respect matters. The way people talk to you matters. The way people handle conflict matters. The way people value your time, emotions, and boundaries matters. Can I help somebody? Love without respect becomes toxic because somebody can say they love you while treating you terribly. Healthy people don't weaponize your vulnerability. Healthy people don't intentionally try to hurt you. Healthy people care about your well-being. Number three, healthy relationships support growth. This is big. The right people want to see you win. The right people celebrate your healing. The right people encourage your goals. The right people push you closer to purpose, not farther from it. Can I ask you something? Are the people around you helping you become better or keeping you comfortable in dysfunction? Because healthy relationships challenge you in love, not to control you, but to help you grow. And let me say something especially to people trying to change their life. You need relationships that support transformation. One thing I learned in my own journey, especially after overcoming addiction and becoming 16 years clean from crack cocaine addiction, was that healing requires healthy people around you. People who tell you the truth, people who encourage accountability, people who pray with you, people who remind you who you are when life tries to make you forget. Because isolation is dangerous, but healthy connection heals. And let me give you another sign of healthy relationships. Healthy relationships honor boundaries. This one matters because boundaries are not rejection. Boundaries are wisdom. Healthy people respect your limits. Healthy people don't punish you for protecting your peace. Healthy people don't make you feel guilty for saying no. Can I free somebody right now? You are allowed to protect your peace. You are allowed to say, that no longer works for me. That behavior isn't healthy. I need space. That doesn't make you mean, that makes you mature. And hear me clearly. The goal is not just to find healthy people. The goal is to become healthy too. Because broken people often attract broken patterns. Healing changes what you tolerate. Healing changes what you pursue. Healing changes what feels normal. And somebody watching me right now, you're growing, your standards are changing, your peace matters now. And that's not selfish, that's wisdom. When we come back, we're going to talk about one of the hardest parts of relationships, knowing when it's time to let go and when it's time to fight for what matters. Stay with me. We'll be right back after these messages.
Medicare is an amazing benefit, but most families don't realize it does not cover all essential needs.
In fact, Medicare does not pay for help at home, assisted living, long-term care, and other resources families need most. You need more than Medicare, you need an advocate.
For 30 years, Elder Advisors has helped thousands of people qualify for benefits to cover the Medicare gap.
Call us today to schedule your free consultation. Go to elderadvisors.com to learn more.
There was a time I thought my life was over. Addiction had control. My mind was broken. But God changed everything. For 5 years I've been writing this, from crack to Christ, my story of repentance, redemption, and restoration. This is not theory. This is my life. If you want early access, click the link or DM book.
Welcome back to Breakthrough Nation. Now this next part. This might be one of the hardest conversations we've had all day, because eventually, in relationships, many people wrestle with one difficult question. Do I keep fighting for this relationship, or is it time to let go? Whew, that's hard, because relationships involve emotions, history, memories, loyalty, love, investment, and sometimes hope. Hope that things will change, hope that people will grow, hope that things can get better. And hear me, sometimes relationships are worth fighting for, but not every relationship is meant to be saved. Now, before somebody misunderstands me, I'm not talking about quitting every time things get hard, because let's be honest, healthy relationships require effort. Communication takes work, forgiveness takes work, trust takes work, growth takes work. No relationship survives without intentionality. So how do you know when to fight? Here's one sign. Fight for relationships where both people are willing to grow. That's important because you cannot heal a relationship by yourself. One person cannot carry the entire weight forever. Healthy repair requires mutual effort, mutual accountability, mutual honesty, mutual humility. Can I say something practical? If somebody hurts you, but they're willing to listen, willing to change, willing to grow, willing to own mistakes, that relationship may be worth fighting for, because growth matters. But here's when things get dangerous. When there's a pattern with no accountability. Same behavior, same disrespect, same dishonesty, same manipulation, same broken promises, different apology. Can we be real for a moment? Some people apologize, but never change. And hear me, an apology without changed behavior is just repeated disappointment. Whew, that one hit hard. Because sometimes people confuse attachment with assignment. Just because you love somebody doesn't automatically mean they're healthy for your future. And just because you've been connected a long time doesn't mean the relationship is still healthy. Let me say something somebody needs to hear. History is not always a reason to stay. Sometimes people stay in harmful situations because they've invested years. I've known them forever. We've been together a long time. We've been through too much. But let me ask you, are you staying because there's health or because you're afraid to let go? That's a hard question, and I know letting go hurts, especially when love is involved, especially when family is involved, especially when you hoped for something different. But hear me carefully. You cannot heal while constantly bleeding from the same wound. Sometimes distance becomes necessary. Sometimes boundaries become necessary. Sometimes closure becomes necessary. And sometimes letting go becomes necessary. I learned something in my own life, especially during recovery and becoming 16 years clean from crack cocaine addiction. Not everybody was assigned to walk into my next season. Some people only fit my broken chapter. And if I was going to heal, I had to stop holding on to things that kept pulling me backward. That wasn't bitterness, that was survival, that was growth, that was wisdom. Now hear me, letting go doesn't always mean anger. Sometimes it means love from a distance. Sometimes peace matters, healing matters, purpose matters. And somebody watching me today, you've been asking God for clarity. Maybe this is your confirmation. Stop forcing what God is trying to reveal. Pay attention to patterns. Pay attention to peace. Pay attention to fruit. Because healthy relationships produce growth, not confusion, not exhaustion, not constant emotional chaos. When we come back, we're going to close this thing out with a challenge that could completely change the way you approach relationships moving forward. Stay with me. We'll be right back after these messages.
Hi, my name is Ronielle Smith, owner of Black Coffee Cafe. Black Coffee is my labor of love. It was birthed out of the need for the community to have a space for coffee, culture, and business. It's a place for community leaders and members to come and facilitate change, network, and exchange ideas to help build a stronger, more thriving community. We offer premium coffee from the beautiful continent of Africa, teas, and a light lunch menu. We look forward to welcoming you at Black Coffee Cafe.
Welcome back to Breakthrough Nation. What a conversation we've had today. We've talked about relationships, red flags, healthy connections, boundaries, growth, healing, and one hard truth: the relationships you keep shape the life you live. Before we close today, I want to leave you with a challenge, and I need you to be honest with yourself, because this challenge could change the direction of your life. Here it is. Take inventory of your relationships. Seriously. Look at the people closest to you, the people you text, the people you call, the people you confide in, the people influencing your emotions, mindset, decisions, and future. And ask yourself some real questions. Do these relationships bring peace or confusion? Do they challenge me to grow or keep me stuck? Do they push me toward purpose or constantly pull me backward? Do I feel valued or simply tolerated? Do they celebrate my healing or secretly resist my growth? Because hear me clearly, everybody cannot have front row access to your life, and that's not bitterness, that's wisdom. You don't owe unlimited access to people who consistently bring chaos into your peace. I know somebody needed that today. Can I tell you something? One of the greatest acts of self-respect is learning how to protect your peace. Not selfishly, not arrogantly, but wisely. Because if God is growing you, healing you, changing you, you have to become intentional about your environment. And yes, that includes relationships. Can I be transparent one more time? One thing I learned in my own journey, especially becoming 16 years clean from crack cocaine addiction, was that healing changed my relationships. Some people supported growth, some people didn't. Some relationships got stronger, some relationships ended, and as painful as that was, I learned something powerful. Everybody who starts with you is not always meant to finish with you. That doesn't mean anger. That doesn't mean hate. That doesn't mean bitterness. Sometimes it simply means different seasons, different assignments, different directions. And somebody watching me today, you've been asking God why certain relationships shifted. Maybe because your healing required it. Maybe because your growth demanded it. Maybe because where God is taking you requires different voices around you. And hear me, the right people will not fear your growth. The right people will encourage your healing. The right people will celebrate your peace. The right people will challenge you to become better. So here's my challenge for you this week. Protect your peace. Pay attention to patterns. Stop ignoring red flags. Value healthy relationships. And most importantly, become the kind of healthy person you're praying to attract. Because healthy relationships start with healthy choices. Thank you for spending time with me today here on Breakthrough Nation. If this episode challenged you, encouraged you, or helped you in any way, make sure you share it with somebody who needs this message. And remember, you deserve relationships that support your growth, protect your peace, and help you become everything God created you to be. God bless you. Keep growing, choose wisely, and we'll see you next week on Breakthrough Nation.
Stop scrolling and wake up. Your morning breakthrough starts right here. Join Minister Wayne Shemwell for Wake Up with the Word, the daily boost your faith has been waiting for. Real word, real encouragement, real power to start your day strong. Weekdays at 8:30 a.m. Eastern. Don't miss your moment. Watch at Wayne Shemwell Facebook page and YouTube channel. Wake up, get filled, and walk in victory.
There was a time I thought my life was over. Addiction had control. My mind was broken. But God changed everything. For 5 years I've been writing this, from crack to Christ, my story of repentance, redemption, and restoration. This is not theory. This is my life. If you want early access, click the link or DM book.
Wow. What a powerful time we've had together here on Breakthrough Nation. I hope something was said today that challenged you, inspired you, and reminded you that no matter what you're facing, you are not defeated. Your story is still being written. Your purpose is still alive, and your breakthrough may be closer than you think. Here at Breakthrough Nation, we believe no setback is final, no struggle is too great, and no life is beyond transformation. So if today's episode blessed you in any way, here's what I need you to do. Hit that like button, share this message with someone who needs encouragement, and don't forget to subscribe to the Breakthrough Nation YouTube channel so you never miss a powerful conversation. And make sure you follow us on social media for inspiration, updates, and new new content every single week. Remember, don't let your struggle define you. Don't let setbacks stop you. And never stop believing that better days are ahead. Until next time, keep pushing, keep believing, keep breaking through. And we'll see you next week, right here on Breakthrough Nation.